What's up, pasta? Glad you asked. Well, it's nothing more than the PastaCast. Oh, sit on down, we'll make it last. And put on your headphones and relax, because nothing more than the PastaCast. Oh, nothing more than the PastaCast. Oh, put on your headphones and relax. Nothing more than the PastaCast. Come on down, stay a while. Try to do something that'll make you smile. Come another day, come back and play. And put on your headphones and relax, 'cause it's nothing more than the PastaCast. That's amazing!
Yeah.
Hello everyone, Lord Pasta here. Welcome to the PastaCast. I am joined once again with my lovely co-host, NimmageNeb2299. Say hello, Nim.
Hello.
All right.
How's life?
I'm doing just wonderful.
I'm sure you are.
You know, I'm dying inside, but on the outside, physically, I'm okay. Mentally, I'm not okay. But anyways.
Well, yeah.
Anyways.
That goes without saying.
I know, right? Without further ado, I would like to introduce the guest of honor, DigMc, or as I referred to him in my episode 8 of 2B2T Theory, PigMc.
Wait, what? Okay.
Say hello, DigMc.
Hello.
Alright. So, DigMc is a 2B2T YouTuber, and in all of our years, Nim and I have done the Nimcast original, the Nimcast reimagined, and now the PastaCast. We have never interviewed a actual 2B2T YouTuber. It's a real shame.
That is a real shame.
Yeah.
Wasn't Spike Viper on 2B2T at one point, like a long time?
Hell nah.
I thought no. Oh, never mind. He was on something else.
If Spike Viper ever played on 2B, like, I don't know. I would doubt.
I might have been thinking about.
I would doubt the coherence of reality itself if that ever happened.
Right. Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? I just don't understand, I guess.
That is true.
So.
So, I'm familiar with 2B2T. I actually played 2B2T before DigMc even played at all. I played 2016 through 2017 is when I played the most. And Dig, I believe you started playing in 2018. Is that true?
I did, May 2018. Yeah.
Yes. So we're kind of more familiar with 2B, but like at different time periods. Nim, on the other hand, is, as I said earlier, he's the virgin of this podcast. He has never been touched by the glory of 2B2T.
I haven't.
You should give it a go.
I might sometime. I mean, I'm a really busy man at the moment. You know, back in the day.
You know? He is
that's gay.
I know,
right. Back in the day when I had more time in my life, I probably should have, but you know, I probably will at some point. Let's
honestly,
be honest.
2B2T is a lot like drugs. Either it has a profound life-changing effect on you in a positive way, or you have a panic attack and you end up like me. So it's really 50-50. So you just got to be the right person for it.
Right. That makes sense.
Alright, so DigMc has uploaded, I think, 2 major videos on his channel, which have garnered a lot of views.
Well, one didn't get like 1% of the views the other one did, but yeah.
Well, the one is about FitMC, right?
Yeah, most people have seen it at this point.
What's the other one?
It's about incursions.
Oh yeah.
Which I actually spent more effort on that video.
Oh yeah, see, now you're beginning to understand my eternal pain. See. But DigMc copied my idea for 2B2T theory without knowing it, and he got 500,000 views on his upload about FitMC and why people hate FitMC. So in that video, you say that FitMC is seen as sort of like a fake, sort of like people resent him for being on the server, proclaiming to do everything in the best interest of the server when also bringing more people to the server and ultimately causing the server the problems that he was against in the first place. Which I made a video about that like 2 years ago, but that's irrelevant.
Wait, really? I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I think it's what the Russia war was really about. 2B2T theory. It's one of the earlier ones.
Okay.
Nice. But yeah, so is there anything in that video that you wanted to... What was the process of making that video like?
So, I was like... I mean, I still am just tired of... Not really fit fags in general. Because you know what a typical fit fag is, right? Even though you don't play 2B, I'm sure you
I do play occasionally, but...
Okay. Well, it's people who like, you know, continuously spout memes about Pop Bob and Baritone taking over. And I watched, and the kind of the thing that made me inspired to make this video was actually Tarogadude's latest video that he uploaded a few months back. I don't know if you've seen it.
That. I thought it was totally vapid.
Yeah. It's a really good fucking video.
I don't know about that.
Really? Did you not like it?
It was just like... There was no substance. It was just like, YouTubers bad. It's like, okay.
Not really. I think if you actually understood it and listened to it carefully, you know, I can definitely see where he's coming from, and I can really relate to it as well.
Look, his old videos were much better. His old videos were much better, and they basically had that same point to them, but there was like also like other stuff, like actual content.
Right. But yeah, anyway, so I was like, damn, I kind of want to, because, you know, that coupled with the fact that I always hear new players joining the server and all they know about the server is what they've heard from Fit, and, you know, I was like, oh, I should tell people that, you know, not to completely trust Fit when he tells stories, and let people know why, like, they shouldn't really listen to him, even though, like, he does do his best to... for the most part, he does do his best to get his facts right in his videos. I know he does. He contacts old players and stuff. However, you know, history isn't as great as he wants it to be sometimes. So he does over-dramatize a lot of things. And yeah, but the thing that, I don't know, it's kind of like the fact that it was also, you know, I'm pretty sure the first line in that video I made was how I find it really ironic that although he has, you know, 500,000 subscribers and so many, you know, millions of fans around the world, that everyone who actually plays the server, which is his main source of content, you know, dislikes him basically. And I wanted to kind of explain that to people who might be shocked when they come on 2B2T and realize that, wait, everyone doesn't like Fit? What? And yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, and I mean, from like the perspective of myself, who I've played on 2B since 2016, which I guess at this point was a long time ago. It really doesn't seem that long for me, but I don't really think that Fit is like that bad, honestly. I get it's kind of like a meme to like say, oh, FitMC says that we shouldn't support large YouTubers playing on 2B, and yet he is. And yes, that's annoying, alright? But
he doesn't do that. That's the thing. He's kind of moved along.
Yeah, he's moved on from that. And also, like, you gotta respect the grind, too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know if I could go back and, like, change shit in that video, I mean, first off, it would be the fact that I, like, called him a sellout for singing for money, but, like, everyone would do that. And there was also the fact that I don't personally like dislike Fit. A lot of the new fags who watch the videos who are really loyal to Fit apparently were like, "Oh my god, you're just hating because you're jealous." It's like, no, I don't actually dislike him. I'm just telling everyone why he's disliked. And I can't even remember your point now. But like, wait, what did you say? Sorry.
Dementia runs in my family. I forgot what I said too. So.
I do too, because yeah. This is.
I know it was like about respecting the grind. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, the grind.
And,
yeah, you're right.
I also want to say like I think Fit's a good YouTuber. Like as a YouTuber, as like making content goes, like I respect his videos because you know they're actually well edited, even though they are clickbait, and I know their substance is basically like not true. You know, they're well made. The thumbnails are good. They're really clickbaity, which get a load of views, and you know, it gets them a fuck ton of money. So, you know, I respect that part of him. I just don't really respect him as a player.
Yeah, I guess so. He really like. By the way, I'm like getting feedback on your end. Okay, it's gone now. But he really like romanticizes like his part in the 2B2T history. Like, I think he like killed Pop Bob or something at one point. Or there was some yeah.
Oh, I know he got killed by Pop, but he never got.
He got
actually no, I think he did kill him.
He killed some famous player and like.
He killed Pop Bob in the third incursion as far as I'm.
Yeah, and he like talks about that like here I'm this like important pillar in like 2B2T history.
I would disagree. He's only mentioned that like once or twice.
Well, I guess so. I guess so, and that would be a defense that again I would also say, but me right now I'm taking the perspective of someone who is a Fit hater, you know. So earlier we were sort of talking about future plans that you might have. Are you planning on any more videos like those two?
Oh yeah, I know I haven't uploaded for what, like 3-4 months. But you know, it's not just because I've been lazy. I've been working on a video, like one singular video, for that entire time, and it's probably gonna come out. I'm aiming for before Christmas. Hopefully Christmas Day would be a cool day to release it. But it's gonna be upwards of an hour long. It's gonna be insane.
That's gonna get a ton of views, you know, even if most people click off.
Like I really don't know about that because I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to reveal too much about it, but it's a history video and it's it covers a lot. So, yeah. Yeah.
Are you familiar with MC Sapling? He did a massive collab with a bunch of other YouTubers about the early history of Tubi.
Yeah,
a few years ago.
I mean, I know who MC Sapling is, but I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, that's how he got the 500 subs that he has.
Okay, that could be interesting to watch, actually. I'll give that a watch after the interview or whatever, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, it's yeah.
Any further hints of it, or we're just not gonna go
there? I want it to be a surprise. I mean, the fact that it's an hour long should give some like kind of clue as to what it's
probably gonna be a complete history, right?
Yeah, okay, that's basically it. But
so, more about your process of making videos. Do you write scripts for them?
Yes, that's like the part that takes months. The editing takes like a week. The fucking script writing is just like no one who hasn't made a YouTube video like knows this. Everyone thinks it's like, oh, editing probably takes the most time or making the thumbnail. No, it's fucking writing the script. Like even for my Fit video, that video script took what, like a month to make, and the one after it took about 2 months. Yeah, it's really insane. But yeah, as I do it more and more, I feel like I'm getting better at it and quicker, but it's still really time consuming.
Well, I write scripts for some of my videos. Most of my, if not all of my early 2B2T series were all scripted. I would write those scripts in like one day.
Really?
And then record the video the same day. The editing,
I guess, is what type of work are you?
What's that?
I guess it's how productive you are.
I
mean, I've talked to others.
I'm just like really fast at writing things.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know. People tell me that.
Yeah, people call me the fast writer, guys.
Oh,
Okay.
are you making? Are you
Ass-writer.
eating on me right now, Nim? Or are you saying that
Yeah.
you are? Hey, look. This is
no,
my.
I'm going with you.
Look, Nim, I'm putting you in your
Yes.
place right now. It's my podcast. I can flex how I want to flex. Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a pretty fast writer too. I don't write scripts for my videos. I have, but like, and when I did, it was pretty fast. But yeah.
Yeah. So that's a nice segue into what I want to talk about next. Is Nim? Nim here is, as I said earlier, a 2B2T virgin. He doesn't know anything about 2B.
Yep.
So to get us started, what kind of questions do you have about the server? What do you already know?
Well, I honestly don't know a lot. Like I've heard a lot, but I forget a lot because because I'm not involved. I don't really have a lot to really be worth remembering for me. I guess I don't know. So I really don't know a lot. I don't know what I really want to know, to be honest. It's like.
Well, saying that you just don't know a lot doesn't tell us what you do know.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I know that it's in. I honestly don't know. It's an anarchy server. That's about all I know.
There we go.
That's literally about all I know. And that you guys have had a lot of fun on it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people love it. You know. So.
All right.
So
I'll tell you what I know, Nim. 2B2T is an anarchy server, the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft, according to DigMc, as he always reminds us.
As far as I know, that's true.
I know. He just says it so obviously mean. And it was started in 2010 on the same map since 2010. It's been on. Been updated throughout the versions over the years. That's kind of like its main appeal, is the map is like super ancient. It's almost a decade old at this point. And in 2016, the Camping Rusher made a video on 2B2T, which is what started the extreme popularity of the server.
right.
And then that's when I started playing on the server. Was 2016, and at that point there was FitMC and there was Camping Rusher. They both kind of created their own factions on the server. FitMC created his, which was the Veterans, although later he said that anybody could be a veteran, so the name kind of didn't have any meaning. And then the Rushers were just the Rushers. Eventually, the Camping Rusher quit sometime in 2017, and ever since then, the popularity of the server sort of just went down and down and down until I think April of 2019, when the popularity went back up again. Due to many factors, which I went into in my video. Here, let me find it. Oh, it's way back. See, every point into everything that happens to 2B, I have a video about it. Just name it, I have a video about it. Ah, here it is. The real reason 2B2T is so popular now, Etika is innocent. I uploaded that one before Etika killed himself. So I was before the game. I was defending him before he KYS'd.
Okay.
So at that point, that's basically brings us to where we are, because in around 2018, Dig and Builder, or DigMc, whichever username you want to go with, he joined the server then. There are many different quote-unquote factions on the server that are sort of just loose-knit clans of people. They go by different names. Some of them are total memes. Some of them are actual associations that do things. That's the area that I really don't know that much about, because I really never concerned myself with the group, except for my own group, which I created in 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's all I know. Does that bring you more up to speed, Nim?
I guess so. I mean, as much as I can be, I guess. I mean, is there really a lot more to be up to speed on?
I guess in terms of like the group politics, which Dig.
Yeah, if you're a new player looking in, then nothing's really nothing massive has happened. The only thing that, as Thingy said, not only was it Etika, but around that time, and it still is going on to be, as like, I don't know, the YouTube algorithms just like loved it, and that's partially why my videos did so well. It was uploaded in the height of this
because
popularity.
you were one of the people who benefited from that algorithm spike, and
Fit doubled his subscriber count, and
exactly.
I think with my name in my title, you know
who did it? It was Salcy1. It was all Salcy1. I show the evidence in the video.
Well, he made those videos on what the others like Earth MC and shit, which got like 1 million.
Yeah, they got 1 million views, and he was a big 2B YouTuber, and so all those people came onto 2B, and he just added a whole another million.
Yeah, and just snowballed. Like every fucking Minecraft YouTuber left and right's making a video on the server, and yeah, it was fun.
Exactly. So, tell me about your group on 2B.
Okay, so my group's called the Backstreet Boys. You've probably never heard of it because you don't play.
I've heard of it.
Oh, really? Okay, well,
everybody
BSB.
going Backstreet Boys on top. I've heard of that.
Yeah, how do you know about that?
Look, you're better at memeing than you think, okay?
Right.
And by the way, I watch your live streams too, so...
Oh, okay, right, yeah. Yeah, anyway, so we were started... You want a history of how it was created. So, I joined a team in 2018, like, a couple weeks after I first joined the server, called the Astral Order, which was a fun team. It was mostly a peaceful building team. Yeah, they were nice people in there. But over the summer, due to one of my friends leaking one of their bases, kind of an accident, he got kicked, and my enjoyment in the team was kind of like going down. And also school started up again, so I wasn't playing 2b2t as much. So I basically just decided to start being like sick and memeing in the Discord and stuff, which eventually got me kicked. If you want a proper, like, in-depth history of that, look on my video called 2b2t Rags to Riches Season 1 Finale, which is actually quite a good video. I still enjoy rewatching it every now and then. But yeah, so after that, I was kicked, and one of my best friends at the time, iMems, I mean, he's still...
Oh, I know who iMems is.
Yeah, my bestie on 2b2t, he's my sugar daddy. But yeah, so we were like, why don't we make our own team? It was kind of a meme at first. Do you know what a roadman is?
No.
Well, it's an English word where it basically means like it's kind of the English equivalent of being in the hood and gangsters.
Alright, say no more. Say no more. I know.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it was all themed around that. Like all our ranks were specific slang words used in England by these roadmen. They still are, but we're a lot less themed around roadmen now, because it was kind of because we were starting to get looked upon as just solely a meme group, and we were like, hey, we actually have something here. We had about 5 people with us at our base, which we thought was really cool. So yeah, we were kind of like, let's take this thing further, and iMems stuff behind the scenes, growing the group. I've kind of just been along for the ride and guiding him in the right direction, so I credit him to most of the success the group's had. But yeah, so we just started. We got a lot of popularity when Etika joined, because we were the first ones. But iMems was the first player ever to kill Etika, which again didn't age too well. But you know, that video got like 5,000 views on YouTube, and you know, our popularity skyrocketed. Then we started inside. You know what insiding is? When you like.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, when you get one of your teammates into another team in order to get their base codes. We started doing that a lot and getting a lot of other teams' base codes and like flexing it on YouTube, which is got really good views, and it got our group, you know, a load of clout. And now it's at the point where we literally don't want new members. Our group's closed. It's invite only, which is really nice to say because it's kind of saying like, oh, you know, we're so good that we don't need anyone else. But yeah, and it's at the point now where we're having a bit of a conflict with the. I'm sorry, I skipped like a whole year of history there. Let me rewind a little bit. So we were insided once in February when we had a base called Tesco's, which you don't need to know that. But that base was destroyed. We were like kind of lost a lot of hope, and there's been a lot of drama within the group over the years, like with members like not being good and like trying to fuck us over, and you know, us fucking over members. But you know, now it's sorted out, and yeah, as I said a minute ago, we're now in conflict with supposedly the biggest group on 2b2t. It's called the Imperium. I'm sure you've also heard of them. They started in like 2016, 2017. They've been around a long time, and you know, they've always kind of been the big bad boys of the server. But now, I mean, they're still doing well, but their group's kind of failing, and we've been taking advantage of that recently because we kind of had a bit of a peace treaty with them. We were like, oh, we won't inside you if you don't inside us. But then we blew up their end base because we were bored, I guess, and they got angry, so they decided to grief our base. Then we griefed their base. I think that's how the score stands right now. So, and also, if you haven't heard, we've done a lot of diss tracks to each other, which you should definitely listen to.
Yeah, I think I heard one of them.
Yeah. They're very epic. And yeah, that's where we are now, really. A lot of people dislike us because we have a big griefing culture of destroying other team spaces.
Well, who doesn't on DB these days?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't. Like completely identify as people who hate griefers, and that's fine. And I wouldn't consider myself a griefer. I don't take part in most of the griefs BSB do, because I don't enjoy it, and I don't want any hard feelings with the members that based at the bases. But you know, I let my team do it and help them get the chords so they can do it and have a good time. You know, I mean, 2b2t is all about having, you know, a good experience and a fun waste of your life. So.
Fun waste of your life.
Yeah, and I think I've achieved that for myself and lots of other people. So yeah, that's basically it.
Well,
Nice.
one question I have, because you know, you're probably gonna think this is cringy, but I've never been able to figure this out. What the heck even is Vortex Coalition? Like what even is
Okay,
it?
so it's called Voco.
I know.
And it was started, I think, in 2016. I don't know the full history about it because I don't really care.
Well, there was a guy in a video, one of FitMC's first videos on the temp map of 2B, and his username was Vortex Coalition. Like, there's a guy in there, so I don't know.
It's not a player. That's just an account owned by one of the leaders, I'm guessing. The leaders are, I think, it's off the top of my head, they're two people called Coltsnid and fuck, I actually can't remember. I think in like 2016, 2017, there was a guy called like Oreo.
Yeah, American Oreo. I remember him.
American Oreo, that's the one, yeah. And he's long gone now, but Coltsnid still runs the team, and it was doing well, but in 2018, its downfall kind of started. It got really inactive, and it started a massive controversy broke out in the community because the leaders there were screenshots of the leaders, like, so they made their own cryptocurrency called Vocoin, and the leaders were just saying in these screenshots that they're just doing it for money and they don't care about the group, and it's funny luring new recruits into buying Vocoin off them and getting money off their recruit members basically. And yeah, that broke out, and everyone on 2b2t instantly kind of universally hated them, as they were also paired up or like very good friends with a player named Armour Smith, who had a big presence in 2017. He was also a really hated griefer. He was kind of like some cringy Israeli kid who griefed basically everything he saw, shitpost, and tried to like annoy as many people as he could.
Yeah. I've heard of him.
They were kind of him. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard of him. He's
2017 was my day. There was a group. I had a base. My group was the PRC, the People's Republic of Pasta, and we had one base, and it was called Agriculture 2. And we got griefed by those people who have 3 Q's at the end of their name. You know about them? Crystalling, you know.
Crystalline QQ, Slippering QQ.
Yeah, those people. What group is that?
Yeah, they're not a team. That's not a group. I think I think that was a Voco thing. Like it was kind of, but I mean, everyone in 2017 had a name with all the spawn fags, like people who hang around spawn and are really toxic. Usually use QQ as their like name for some reason.
Yeah, there's something with that. I don't know what it is.
It was just kind of a trend at the time. It wasn't really anything exciting. But yeah, and I think they were just kind of, it was a trend started by Voco, I'm sure. I don't like it.
Alright, that makes sense. Yeah, but they griefed my base so bad there was like nothing left. And then my original base, I had to actually like, I don't know who did it, but I can look up now. Somebody uploaded a video of them griefing my base. Let me see who did it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, maybe they took it down.
Was it the Fourth Reich?
No, it wasn't. Dang. I don't see it on here anymore. Yeah, but somebody like offered to pay me for cords to my original base when I had already leaked them like 5 times. So I just gave them the cords, and they eventually, after 3 years, they griefed my first base, which it took them that long. Like nobody wanted to grief my first base for some reason.
Nice. Well, they're probably just sitting on the cords, being like, okay, I'm in the area.
The cords were literally on like 2B2T online. Like they were literally on like the big huge like leaked thing from like 2016.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty cool. But yeah, that's a thing I find quite funny about 2B is you see all these people leaking their base codes on the Reddit. If you actually go to those bases, even like the ones that were leaked months ago, some of them still exist. You know, not all of them, obviously, but a good chunk of them.
I think
as soon as cords are posted on the Reddit, I usually go and check them out.
I think people just assume that they're like already destroyed as soon as they're posted.
Yeah, that's the thing, people. And I always do a thing like to like try and be the first one to go. That I always comment on the Reddit post saying "just got there, already been nuked," sad face. When in reality, I haven't even gone there, just to kind of discourage people in the area from bothering to go there. But yeah, I never grief them. I just take screenshots, take a world download, and yeah, like checking. I just love checking out places on 2B.
Oh yeah, that's what I do all the time. Although I never really find anything anymore. It's funny. Back in the day, I feel like there were more bases. I feel like back in the day you could find more things. Now,
nah, it's just that all the bases that were like existed closer to spawn.
Yeah,
people have got smart.
Yeah.
And their spaces are being griefed now because people aren't showing terrain. People are being really secretive about where they hide their bases. Like I hear a lot of like new people saying like, "Oh, there's no good bases on 2B2T anymore." But yeah, but you only find out about them once they're destroyed. So.
Yeah, new people say that there's not any more bases anymore. New people.
Yeah. You fat.
Yeah, but how would they know what 2B was like before if they're new?
Probably just from fit pictures.
Oh yeah.
Films used to upload baseballs with like left, right, and center.
Yeah, you're right.
Which is a good thing we stopped because it may, another thing that a lot of people don't like about fit is I think I briefly touched on this in my video. Like back in the day when you'd upload all these base tours, people would just terrain exploit them, and like if fit toured your base. And he sometimes toured bases that he found without the owner's permission. Like, it was probably gonna get. So. Jesus Christ, playing their children in the background.
Huh. Freaking exited me out of my story that I was gonna read.
What happened?
My phone exited me out of the article that I had.
Oh, are we gonna get into the article reading section?
Dang it, no, I'm gonna look it up. I never give up.
Do that.
Wait, let me see. I remember I remember the name.
Yep. Also, I've
Navsat uses curse words.
Not curse words.
Yes. Article.
You can't swear on 2BGG.
I know, right?
That's illegal.
It's a Christian Minecraft server.
Exactly.
Why can't I find this?
I don't know. That's sad. This is like my favorite part of the video of the podcast, you know.
You know what? I'm gonna
But
find
these,
it
like-
again. This is making me upset.
Are they just like random ass articles, or are they related to Minecraft?
No, they're not related
ran-
at all. They're totally random. But
just random.
Okay.
look, I'll find
like
another
before,
one.
right? Like before, we found one about somebody
Yeah,
who had
a cat that like got like severely ill from having too much sex.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
Did we read that?
Yeah,
I don't remember that
And the
one.
guy, no, maybe that was the one I read to Slash. Yeah, that was the one
Oh,
I read
I
to
wasn't
Slash.
here that. I must not have been here that time. Gotcha. Because I don't remember that one. That's pretty intense.
All right.
Yeah, it's usually a pretty fun segment, especially considering the fact that I didn't get to talk much through the rest of the episode because I didn't really have much to say.
Yeah, Slash was like, I don't know if he's like really tired or something, but like he didn't like react at all.
You're just like, oh, that
He was
happens.
like, yeah,
What?
Well, I
Cats
do
got
agree.
game.
Sometimes you hear like the article for like a second, and you're like, it takes you a second to process it. Sometimes to think of something to respond with, like you're like, what? Like the one where the woman fell off the building because she was doing the freaking yoga, extreme yoga. That one, it took me a second to figure out like to think about it.
What did I just hear? Yeah.
So this woman was doing. Was it in Mexico? I think.
Oh yeah, the extreme yoga
She was
thing.
doing this thing
Yeah.
called extreme yoga, where you basically just do yoga in like dangerous places, and she was like half hanging off of a building, the top of like a 6-story building, and she ended up falling and went in the hospital with lots of broken bones.
All right,
Or
I
did she
found
die?
a good
She didn't
one.
die, did she?
I found a
don't
good
think
one.
so.
This one's not as good, but it's
Oh, boy.
still interesting. 14-year-old punches man in Trump costume while friends recorded. Police say she could face charges.
Yeah, no shit.
Police say that a 14-year-old girl walked up to a man waiting in line at a haunted house who was dressed up like Donald Trump and punched him in the jaw while her friends recorded the assault.
Okay, for a second when you read it, I thought the kid was dressed like Donald Trump, but then you reread it and I was like, oh no, the man was.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of...
Wait, but that means the kid who punched him was like a Trump supporter, right? Because the guy was at a Halloween.
Yeah,
thing.
it's so like weird. Like,
So this
obviously
guy's
the guy
like-
doesn't like Donald Trump because he's saying that he's scary, like a monster. You know, he's dressed up like him.
Right. Or what? Okay, did they punch him because he was dressed as Donald Trump, or did they just do it because they
don't
thought it'd
know.
be funny?
She
Were
is
they, like-
facing misdemeanor charges. The alleged assault happened on Saturday in Naples, Florida, at the Collier County Fairgrounds. The man was standing in line with his family while the girl punched him while her friends laughed. She then walked back to her spot in line with her 4 friends. Video of the...
I mean, if it was a girl, it's probably like, oh my god, such a Nazi, I'ma punch him. Like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, like whenever you hear things like this, you're always just thinking like, what
I mean, it's
was
from...
the process that went on in their brain?
It's from The Blaze, which I'm pretty sure The Blaze is like totally right wing. So
Oh, the Blaze is the Blaze is a thing that was started by what's his name? Glenn Beck.
Glenn Beck. Oh yeah, that's right.
Glenn Beck's part of the Blaze, or I think he started. Yeah, whatever.
Well, I can't read this
it's
anymore.
It's like Glenn Beck's show.
From Glenn, however his name is.
Glenn Beck. Yeah. He was fired from Fox News at one point. I don't remember why.
He's like insane. So. It's
because he was like too far to the right.
Yeah, he like claimed that like the end of the world was coming like every single time they had him on. So.
Oh yeah, no, he did. I remember I used to watch his show when I was younger.
He had because my parents always watched Fox News.
Dude, I used to watch Glenn Beck when I was younger. When it was on.
He would have
actually on
this
Fox.
He would have like this like big chalkboard, like 4 corners of like a huge chalkboard all around him, and he would like write stuff out on the chalkboard like like an insane person. He would like draw lines between things.
He was I remember this, and it was so entertaining. It was like interesting though.
Yeah.
Like as crazy as he was, it was like interesting to watch because you're like
everything like that the Democrats would do somehow like related to like Satan. You know?
Something like that. Yeah. There was a lot of It was it was pretty extreme even for Fox News. So,
alright, here's a better one. The title of this one is The Selfie That Revealed I Was a Stolen Baby.
What?
Ooh, okay.
This one's by the BBC, so you know it's gonna be good.
Okay, I can relate to that.
In April 1997, a woman dressed in a nurse's uniform walked out of a Cape Town hospital carrying a 3-day-old baby, taken from the maternity ward as the baby's mother lay sleeping. It was only by chance, 17 years later, that the stolen child discovered her true identity.
By finding the picture.
Yeah, probably, I don't know. It was the first day of term at, I can't pronounce that, high school in Cape Town, and the beginning of Miche Solomon's final year. And that January day in 2015, 17-year-old Miche was mobbed by other students, excitedly telling her about the new girl, Cassidy Nurse, who was 3 years younger but looked almost identical to her. Initially, Miche didn't think much of it, but when the two girls later met in the corridor, Miche says they felt an instant connection she couldn't explain. Okay, so this is kind of like, you know, cliche. I almost felt like I knew her, blah blah blah. It was so scary.
So there.
I want to get to the juicy parts.
But yeah, where's the juiciness? Come on. I want some real juice. I need some tea.
But Cassidy's parents, Celeste and Mornay Nurse, gazed intensely. The people's names in this are like so weird. Gazed intensely at the photograph. They told Cassidy they had a question for Miche, and when the two girls next met, Cassidy came out with it. Were you born on 30th of April, 1997? I said, why? Are you stalking me on Facebook? Cassidy assured Miche that she wasn't stalking her. Okay, that means that she wasn't then. She just wanted to know when Miche has been born. So Miche replied that yes, she had been born on 30th of April 1997. Mind blown. They did DNA tests, etc., etc. Okay, so I don't see how a selfie fits into all that, but you know.
Yeah, what's up with a selfie? Like, there was no mention of anything like that.
Yeah.
My original one was about a navigational satellite that like randomly cursed at people. It was way funnier than that.
See that's actually kind of funny. I wouldn't mind if
I'll just read some of these titles that I get. Mother charged with beating child to death over dirty diaper.
That's terrible.
Woman accidentally sends new manager an emoji of her asking for Chinese. Let's see the rest of this. Takeaway. Okay. Whatever that means. Oh, yes, here it is. I found it. I found it. It only took me like 13 minutes, but I found it. Alright. Mum shocked by Satnav that swears at her while giving directions. Here it is.
Turn fucking left!
A mum was left shocked after her TomTom Satnav started using swear words, including calling her a motherfucker, when it was giving her directions. This is legit, by the way. I read this already.
Turn left, you motherfucker.
That's literally what it's like.
I told you to do a U-turn. Fuck you.
Tracy Dockerwill from Buckinghamshire says that the foul-mouthed GPS device started giving her lip 6 months ago, but continues to offer her advice, such as, turn right, asshole, and you've reached your destination, motherfucker.
God.
That's not nice, is it? She explained, quote, it was a bit like it was my dirty secret, and I felt a bit ashamed. I did wonder if I was hearing things at first. I've been using...
My dirty secret, that's so funny. It's a bit like it's my dirty secret.
I've been using it for months with a lady's voice, and then all of a sudden one day it said, turn right, asshole, in a chap's voice. Well, I nearly crashed the car, out quote.
That would freak me out. If that just suddenly happened.
Yeah.
If the voice just suddenly changed.
Nobody knows how it happens, though.
Like, I'm just, I don't know. That's kind of freaky. Like, it's hilarious, but like, when you really think about it, it's kind of creepy. Like, this just happened.
I know. Like,
with no explanation.
Quote, I remember thinking, oh god, this is dreadful, and told it, I can't believe you're talking to me like that. Then all of a sudden, it swore at me again, but even worse. It then said...
I mean, TomToms don't have fucking mic.
It then said, you have reached your destination, motherfucker. It's like it's possessed. You can imagine how shocked I was.
Yeah, it is like it's possessed. I think it's being controlled by the Illuminati.
Of course, it's not as if the machine has somehow gained sentience and taken a real disliking to Tracy. According to the manufacturer, it's more likely that someone who sold the thing to her pre-recorded themselves into it as they wound up.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah, because I was gonna say they don't have like cellular data or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean there's a logical explanation for it at least.
Yeah.
So that's because so I'm assuming she like bought it used or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then whoever had it like reprogrammed it or whatever.
Yeah.
And they thought it was funny. I mean, it is funny actually.
Yeah.
That is a pretty funny prank. Like, oh, I'm gonna sell somebody this GPS, but before I do it, I'm gonna reprogram it.
But the company TomTom, they felt so bad for her that they gave her a free new premium satnav. Quote, she can also add more fun to her drive with TomTom navigation voices, such as Brian Blessed, Billy Connolly, or even SpongeBob SquarePants. So she could have her directions given by SpongeBob.
Lucky.
Imagine if it cursed at her in SpongeBob voice.
That would be pretty.
Oh my god.
See, that would be even better.
Apparently, there's like a cut of SpongeBob, one of the episodes where they had like, it was one of the episodes where they had like curse words, but it was like a dolphin noise would appear when they'd say the curse word. But apparently they actually cursed and then just dubbed over it. So somewhere there exists a recording of SpongeBob cursing. We don't have access to it.
I mean, there's been like clips of the recorder, like the voice actor saying like fucking bad words. So.
Yeah, but it's not the same without like the cartoon going along with it.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
So there we go. We finally got to that story I've been waiting this whole time to share with you.
I mean, you were right. That is the best of all the stories
Yeah.
that we did this episode. I mean, I think we talked about that one more than any of the others. So, like...
The only slash is very disappointed in me.
Why?
No, never mind. That's irrelevant. He just needs further reasoning. I sent him the link to Spike Viper's Discord server, and he doesn't want to join it. So it's a shame.
Do I want to join Spike Viper's Discord server?
I could send it to you. I mean,
wait, who's?
I mean, I would never like go on it, but like.
Oh no, you might like, you know.
Occasionally, I don't go on.
If I at you.
Who's Spike Viper?
Oh, whew. Oh, jeez. That's a long story.
Well, we have some podcasts. We talked about him on the Nimcast a lot more than we probably should have.
Because I have a bit of an obsession. It's a problem.
More like crush. Crush is the proper word, actually.
It's not like, well, okay. But
it is. Don't like it.
Spike Viper is a YouTuber who has 154,000 subscribers. Who we interviewed on Nimcast Reimagined, the second version.
Nimcast Reimagined. The real Nimcast. The old one like doesn't even. That's like.
Not the fake.
Yeah. The old one still exists on YouTube, which is really weird to me.
You don't like them existing on YouTube?
But it does. But like, I like that it exists as like its own separate channel. It's like out there. It's just you can find it if you happen to, and you can be like, "Wow, they did these. These were weird." I had some of my old friends on there that I used to have that I haven't talked to in forever. Yeah, but so there's how many videos is on that
like
one?
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 6. The earliest, they're all like 2 years ago. The earliest, the first one was uploaded December 29th, 2016.
Dang, so that's like almost 3 years ago.
Yes, the last one was uploaded May 21st, 2017. So May the next year after that.
Yeah, we really spaced those like way far apart in upload.
Well, we were gonna do them more like we just didn't do them as often because people couldn't join.
Yeah.
Like some people just sort of disappeared. Like some of the people who were part of it just kind of disappeared, and I've never talked to them since.
Yeah, where do those people go? Like, so many people that I've talked to in the past, they usually like, vanish off the face of the earth.
Yeah, because it was me, Lord Pasta, and 3 other people.
Yeah.
And like I said, they just kind of vanished.
I mean, I'm still
The best episode, honestly, was probably the one that was 2017 movies, where we were looking at a list of. It was at the beginning of 2017. We were looking at a list. We're gonna come out in 2017 and say what we were thinking of them. Like, oh, do they sound interesting? Us? We were just talking about it. That one lasted that was like an hour and 30 minutes. That was the best episode of that original one.
Yeah, but
I don't even
December of 2016, I was 16, and I'm 19 now, so it's crazy.
Oh yeah, I know. That is crazy.
I was a mere child.
You were a mere child. I mean, I was too. I was still 17.
Oh yeah.
Well, by the time we finished it, I'm pretty sure I was 18, actually.
Yeah.
But when we started it, I was 17. But yeah, and somebody made the banner. I don't know who made the banner.
Who made the intro? Because that was a good intro.
The intro was made by the one guy who was in it, Blazin Nova.
Oh yeah, that guy Blazin Nova. Yeah, where'd he ever go?
I think he still uploads. I've seen him before, but I've like commented like, "Hey, remember me?" But he's back.
Yeah.
I just think people just stop liking me. You know, like it's just people go.
You're like
wow,
the
this guy's
easiest to
weird.
like out of like anybody that I've talked to on the internet. Sorry, DigMc. Sorry about that. But like just compare him to Slash, like.
Oh right. Well, yeah. Like, I mean, I definitely.
That's guaranteed.
I know.
I definitely try to be like decently like easygoing and easy to just chill and talk with as much as I can. Wasn't there people on the Nimcast who like we think started not liking us?
Oh, the second one.
Review.
The Nimcast Reimagined. There are people who definitely hated us after being on.
It was only the one time because okay, so let me look up. I don't know where I can find it here. I could probably find it on Spotify and look at the different episodes we had.
It was the one. It was the one with
we interviewed
the pop
people,
culture guys.
Yeah, we did a podcast with them one time, right? And it went well. They really enjoyed it. We really enjoyed it. They seemed to enjoy it a lot. And they were like, at the end, they were like, yeah, we want to have you on our podcast sometime. Which we were like, oh yeah, definitely. We'll definitely want to do that. Like, yeah, just let us know when you want us on, all that good stuff. Later on, I like asked them and they were just kind of like, no, like, will we ever end up on your podcast? Like, no, probably not. Oh yeah, that's right. We were for episode 10 of the Nimcast. We were planning originally to do like a big thing where we were going to have all of our previous guests. It is like a big clusterfuck episode, basically. Because there's like tons of people. But it just didn't. It
didn't pan out.
Right, which was like fine because like I asked different people. The one, I think Serena said she might be able to. Like Viper said he was like too busy, and like I don't remember all the guests. And it was literally just
Viper
those three.
He's too busy. We all know what he really means.
No, I don't think Spike Viper dislikes us. I don't think he started. I think it was just
he just spends a lot of time with his girlfriend. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I do too. No, but he.
Look, I'm just saying it's too much for my liking.
Yeah. Well, understandable. But no, we contact. I messaged the Culture Buff podcast people, and they were just like, I was like, "Are you interested in being on?" And they literally just responded with, "No, thank you." Not an explanation, just no, thank you.
Yeah, they hated us. I could tell.
And
I could tell.
I don't know. They didn't. I don't think they did during the podcast though. Like when we were recording the podcast,
sounded
they seemed
annoyed.
To be...
They only said that they enjoyed it out of politeness.
Do you really think they sounded annoyed?
Yeah.
I.
You know what? Right now, I feel like DigMc is feeling kind of annoyed because Nim is just talking this whole time.
Oh, sorry.
And you guys go on about your own. It's fine.
Yeah, but Nim didn't understand. He doesn't understand anything about 2B.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though like he's talked to me for like 3 years now, so I feel like he would know at least something.
What about Sim?
Yeah, what about Sim? You were on Sim, weren't you? Yeah, you were.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. Not for a while, like just for there was a time period I was.
Yeah, you like got a ton of gear and stuff for me.
I remember I spent hours just mining up.
Your base is probably still on there somewhere.
I would like be listening to like, I would literally just be like listening to a podcast or something for like hours, and then just like mine while doing it for hours.
Oh yeah, I do that. Well, when I build in Minecraft, I listen to like podcasts and stuff. What do you do, DigMc?
Well, on Minecraft, I don't know. Minecraft as a game, I think I've been burnt out on. like for years now. You know, I've been playing since 2012,
Oh,
and that's why I like
same,
2B.
dude.
And it adds another element of game to it. And in fact, right now I'm playing Sim PvP like as we speak. But I've recently just got. I mean, I've known about the server for a while, like from your video actually. And yeah, I've always found it like really cool. Not gonna lie, the first thing I did when I went on there is just like fly hack, and I got jailed. But I'm playing on an alt right now,
Dang.
which hasn't been banned yet, so that's not. But,
I got banned.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, I'm about to get unbanned in like 6 or 7 days from now.
So do you not play?
Oh, I can't. I can play. I can get on, but I can't do anything because I'm jailed. Here, like I'll get on right now.
Also, I was just looking at the Nimcast and episodes. Episode that got on through Anchor, well, through all of which Anchor counts up plays from I think all of the different platforms that it controls. We got 122 plays on one of the episodes actually.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah, it was the one with Gregory Malchuk. Remember that?
Oh,
one?
that guy.
The
apparently he's like really well known. Apparently, like
yeah,
for like his activism and stuff.
yeah.
We did so much crazy stuff. We interviewed Gregory Malchuk, who's a anti-circumcision activist. So, just we cast our net wide. All right.
I mean, there's probably a reason that was our second to last episode. Not gonna lie, no.
Yeah, the last
So we
episode
killed
was just this like
Us talking about killing the podcast.
me being like upset with you for like deleting all of the episodes off of YouTube.
Yep, that was a fun time. How many? Okay, I'm looking through to see what guests we had, just so I remember. So we had Culture Buff Podcast, the ones who hate us now. Those were our first guests. We had Serena G. She doesn't. I actually went to a live stream she was doing recently, and I like commented, and I was like, "Hey, remember when you were on our podcast?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." And I was like, "Yeah, that was like almost a year ago." And she's like, "Wow, I can't believe it's been that long." So she seems to
Yeah, maybe she'll be on my podcast.
be chill. And the one with Spike Viper, which I mean, that was that was like talking face to face with God. Then the next guest we had was when we had MC Sapling on, and that's the episode that moving on from that, the next guest we had was Geeky Glasses TV. I loved him. He was great. He really liked being on our podcast too. He was going through some like I don't know
How many subs does he have right now?
I honestly don't know. He was in the I don't know. I can look it up, but he's definitely somebody I'd have on again. He was really cool to have on. I like him a lot.
Yeah, he was almost as good as Spike Viper.
23,000 subscribers. But yeah, then we had for the Win Studios.
Yeah, I kind of like nudged him into doing it. Like he didn't want to do it.
You could tell he was a very like quiet, reserved person who didn't want to like talk a lot, Then we had one when my girlfriend came on, and then we had the one with Gregory Melchuk, and those were all of our guests that we had on that podcast.
Yeah,
I have not watched that documentary that Gregory wanted us to watch.
I watched it. I thought it was pretty okay. But Gregory Malchuk is like, honestly, he's kind of like anti-Semitic. I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
I mean, I honestly wouldn't be surprised. Like, he seemed a little like okay. It's one thing to have the viewpoint that he does. He seems a little too like aggressive about it, I want to say, or like not even that, or like extreme, I guess. Like I don't know. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm probably gonna end the podcast now because we're at just over.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Any final words,
been pretty long now.
DigMc? Because you're the guest of honor today.
I don't think so. I mean, thanks for having me.
You know,
Also,
no problem.
would you guys ever do like podcast with face cam? Just one.
We could.
That's always a
We
possibility.
will.
It's just more complicated to do when you.
Our last episode of the OG original Nimcast was we did face cams, but that was like super hard to edit that. It was literally midnight by the time I uploaded that thing.
I mean, yeah, like each person would have to record their own video and audio separately, which is like, I mean, like for somebody like me, I actually can rent out a camera from my job and like get a good camera and mic and stuff connected to it. So like for me, it's not too much of an issue, but like I feel like depending on who else is doing it, it could be.
I mean, I have a good camera, but the thing is, what would we do for the guest? Would the guest have to have a face cam? Is the question that I asked.
I mean, I would say the guests wouldn't have to. If they wanted to, they could, but they wouldn't have to, is what I would say. They would just have to record their audio separately, probably, because each person would, in order to make sure that it all matches up with the video and stuff. But other than that, I would say, yeah.
Yeah, well, anyways, I think that's gonna finish up our podcast here. I'm gonna do the outro now. Are you ready?
Oh, epic outro. Big epic outro. Most epic outro of all time.
Bye.
Bye.